Kasabay ng paggulong ng impeachment trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, mas mataas pa ang trust at approval ratings ang pangalawang Pangulo kumpara kay Pangulong Marcos Jr. Base po yan sa pinakahuling survey ng Publicus Asia.
Ratings ni Bibi Sara Duterte tumaas lalo habang patuloy na binabakbakan ng mga kalaban sa politika. Welcome back to Kaakibat TV. Matapos nga ang ikatlong araw ng impeachment trial laban kay Bibi Sara Duterte, ay lumabas naman ang bagong resulta ng survey ng mga politikong aktibo sa serbisyo ng ating bansa. Una nga dito ang pangalan ni Bibi Sara Duterte na habang binabakbakan ng mga kalaban sa politika, ay patuloy na umarangkada paakyat ang kanyang ratings. Nitong nakalipas nga na linggo ay umarangkada na rin ang impeachment trial laban kay Bibi Sara Duterte. Nasa ikatlong araw ay lumabas ang testigo na si Senior NBI Agent John Mark Calilong na humawak sa investigasyon laban sa di umano'y pagbabanta ni Bibi Sara Duterte sa buhay ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., unang ginang na si Lisa Araneta Marcos at dating Speaker Martin Romualdez, na ayon pa ng legal counsel ni Bibi Sara Duterte na si Attorney Mark Vinduan na walang sapat na ebidensya ang mga paratang ng mga taga-ausig ni Bibi Sara Duterte.
Attorney Vinduan, you have 4 minutes and 26 seconds. You may proceed, sir.
In the discourse yesterday, talking about VP Sara's statements during the November 23, 2024 press con, Senator Judge Risa Ontiveros stated, and I quote, "None of these statements are proof that the Vice President actually contracted an assassin or hired one. She is absolutely right." She then asked the question, why are these acts impeachable? To this question, the prosecution responded, "We understand that these statements may not actually 100% prove that she in fact contracted an assassin. End of quote. Hence, the prosecution admitted that the video does not prove any fact other than its existence. In simple words, there is no proof of any contracting of an assassin. The prosecution's admission before this honorable court made the respondent's position clear. The prosecution has no other competent evidence to prove that VP Sara contracted an assassin. Ang testimonya ni Calilong, gaya ng iba pang ebidensya kuno ng prosecution, ay hindi sapat para patunayan ang paratang na ito. Trying to prove this stretched narrative using a hodgepodge of materials is a waste of this honorable court's time and the Filipino people's money. Si VP Sara na mismo ang nagsabi na hindi assassin ang kinausap niya. This term only came from people who took her statements out of their proper context and tried to exaggerate them for what they really meant. The truth of the matter is this: she and her family were threatened. And while her response was unconventional, it was justified. What triggered her response was a question about Operation Romanov, which is the plot to eliminate VP Sara and her entire family. The NBI's own records prove this. In the minutes of the meeting of Dempsey Reyes' interview, he said, and I quote, "May press con kasi earlier than that, sabi niya, parang hindi lang niya gusto daw, sabi lang niya, gusto daw siyang patayin daw, according to her, ni Speaker. That was during a press conference the day before, November 2022. End of quote. During the virtual press con, Princess Maui mentioned Operation Romanov again and even warned her about her safety. Reyes talked about it, Princess Maui reiterated it, but the NBI gaslighted it. When VP Sara uttered those words, she was not responding as Sara Duterte, the Vice President, but Sara Duterte, the wife, mother, daughter, and sister, who only sought to protect her own and her family members' lives. Operation Romanov is in place, and the threat against their lives is real. VP Sara became the target of unauthorized intelligence and surveillance operations by government operatives that exposed her family to high-level risks and security threats, thereby causing intense trauma and uncontrollable fear. Her homes in Davao and Manila were profiled, and this is proven by classified casing reports. Her trusted security personnel were removed. Her schedule of official functions like the one in Naga was leaked by intelligence agents and her security was heavily compromised. In sum, the prosecution was right in using the term culmination. But the prosecution's interpretation is wrong. Rather, when VP Sara left the administration, she suffered various forms of threats and harassment for many months from the powers that be, and the culmination was her statement on that fateful early morning in November 2024. She didn't commit an impeachable offense. She drew the line in the sand and said, enough is enough. That is the meaning and that is the context. Finally, as to the alleged grave threats and inciting to sedition, these are defined by their vice penal code and are punishable by prisión correccional. Thus, these fall under the jurisdiction of the MTC or first-level courts. These charges are not other high crimes as contemplated by the Constitution as grounds for impeachment and are therefore not impeachable. After all, VP Sara was fighting two important battles that day. One against the threat to her family's life and another against the life of the ordinary Filipino, constantly suffocated by the immense weight of corruption, which she talked about during the press con. She never incited sedition, she merely echoed the voice of ordinary Filipinos. Her message that day only reflected what was already in their hearts and minds. There was no betrayal of public trust. She actually upheld the people's trust as she spoke for and behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Attorney Vidluan. Chair declares a 50th. Senator Judge Bam Aquino, before we declare a recess.
Yes, just a quick manifestation, Mr.
You
President.
may proceed, sir.
Tapos na po tayo sa unang witness. It's taken us maybe a total of 9 hours for the first witness. Ito ho, isang pakiusap sa parehong grupo. Alam ko po may kanya-kanya tayong estilo, may kanya-kanya tayong strategy. But if possible, can we allow the testimonies to be heard? Can we have proceedings that will go straight to the point? Kasi po nanonood ang taong bayan, pati po kaming mga senator judge. Gusto rin ho naming makita itong mga proceedings, yung mga ebidensya na mas madali ring maintindihan. So ito naman po, di ho namin pwede itong idikta sa inyo. But if possible, the succeeding witnesses, and we have a long list, this goes for both parties by the way, let's have proceedings where we can go straight to the point, malaman natin yung puntos ng bawat grupo para makapagdesisyon rin po tayo ng maayos. Ito po this is a plea, no? This is not an order to both parties, but if we can, this is the People's Tribunal. We're watching. Everybody's watching. Sana po, payagan natin na lumabas yung mga katotohanan, lumabas yung mga ebidensya upang maging mas madali at mas kaya-aya po yung ating proceedings. Yun lang po, Mr. President.
Thank you so much.
Noted and entered into the record. Chair would like to give Senator Bam, bibigyan ko ng konting pag-asa sa Senator Bam. Usually, ang mga paglilitis tulad nito, parang diesel yan. Sa simula, syempre dahil una pa lamang, nagkakasanayan, nagkakaestimahan, pero bibilis at bibilis ito sa pagdaloy din ng ilang araw lang ng trial natin. And you will be able to see that the next couple of days.
Kung matatandaan, matapos kumalas si VP Sara Duterte kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ay halos lumpuin na si VP Sara Duterte para siraan ang kanyang pangalan ng mga kalaban sa politika mula Kongreso, Senado at ibang ahensya ng gobyerno. Ngunit sa halip na bumaba ang kalidad ng kanyang pagkatao ay mas lalo pa itong umarangkada paakyat ang kanyang ratings na pumalo ng 28%. Nakabaliktara naman sa ratings ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. na bumurusok pababa bago magtapos ang taong 2025 na nagnegative ito ng 3%. Ngunit ang nakakagulat na sa huling survey ng Publicos Asia ay bumagsak ito lalo ng negative 27% kasabay ng pagulong ng impeachment trial laban kay VP Sara Duterte. Para sa buong kwento, narito ating panoorin ang video. Narito ang video.
Kasabay ng paggulong ng impeachment trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, mas mataas pa ang trust at approval ratings ang pangalawang Pangulo kumpara kay Pangulong Marcos Jr. Base po yan sa pinakahuling survey ng Publicos Asia.
Lumalabas na sumadsad sa negative 27% ang net trust ratings ni PBBM habang nakakuha ng 28% approval at 26% trust ratings naman si VP Sara.
At dahil dyan, may naniniwala naman ang isa pong ekonomista na matindi na ang pagkadismaya na maraming Pilipino sa pamahalaan sa harap ng isyu ng malawakang korupsyon at political accountability na hinihingi ng taong bayan. Report mula kay Eden Santos.
Hirap nang makabawi si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa mga Pilipino. Sa pinakabagong survey ng Publicus Asia ay sumadsad sa negative 27% ang net approval at trust rating ng Pangulo.
Kasi sobra-sobra nang nakakadismaya yung pamahalaan.
Galit na galit ako ang taong bayan sa lahat ng korupsyon na nagaganap dito sa ating bayan.
Mga Pilipino naghihirap dahil sa kagagawan ng mga walang katarungan na mga namumuno sa ating bansa.
Patunay umano ang matinding pagkadismaya ng maraming Pilipino sa harap ng patuloy na mataas na inflation, paghina ng ekonomiya, matinding korupsyon at political accountability.
Publicus Asia, ang net trust rating ni BBM ay negative 27 na lang. Grabe yan ha. Sobrang baba na niyan. At ang ibig sabihin niyan, talagang napakaraming Pilipino wala ng tiwala sa ating Pangulo ngayon at sa kanyang pamamahala. Kasi ang trust ay mas mabigat kaysa sa approval rating dahil ang tiwala, pag nawala yan, mas mahirap balikan yung o ibalik kasi kailangan mo talaga i-prove na kaya mong panindigan lahat ng mga sinasabi mo. Ang problema, napakalala na ng sitwasyon ng ating ekonomiya tapos puro politika pa rin ang pinag-uusapan nila.
Ayon kay Cora Guidote, isang economist at dating head ng BSP Investor Relations Office, sinayang ni BBM ang tiwala ng taong bayan. Magugunita na nanggaling sa napakataas na trust rating si PBBM nang manalo siya noong 2022.
So parang ang laking pag-aaksaya ang ginawa niya doon sa pagtitiwala sa kanya ng mga Pilipino noon. So kung ginamit niya yun para mapaunlad ng ekonomiya at malinis ang kanyang pagpapatakbo ng gobyerno, sana nanatili na mataas ang kanyang trust rating. Pero ngayon na nakikita natin na negative 27 na ito. Ang ibig sabihin lamang niyan ay talagang inaksayan niya ang pagtitiwala sa kanya dahil sa mga nakita nating mga anomalya, mga korupsyon na nangyayari na parang ngayon lang nangyari sa Pilipinas yung ganyang kalaking kalala na korupsyon. So yan, talagang malaking panghihinayang ang nangyayari at saka sayang talaga yung oportunidad na binigay sa kanya ng taong bayan.
Pinutakti naman ng ha-ha-ha emoji ang website ng Publicus Asia ukol sa nasabing survey. May netizen na nagkomento ng congrats, tumaas na from negative 15 to negative 27. May comment din na negative 27 congrats dahil yan kay Clary Ring. Parang spaghetti lang, pababa ng pababa. At marami pang negatibong komento para sa Pangulo. Agad namang ipinagtanggol ni House Deputy Speaker Janet Garin ang Pangulo sa mababang trust rating nito.
Kapag ikaw ay nagtatrabaho, kapag ikaw ay magandang bunga at ikaw ay magandang puno na nagbibigay ng magagandang prutas at bunga, babatuhin ka ng babatuhin ka.
Samantala, muling namayagpag sinasabing survey si Vice President Sara Duterte sa kabila ng mga aligasyon laban sa kanya sa impeachment trial ay nakakuha ng 28% approval at 26% trust rating si Bifi Sara.
Hanggang dito na lang muna ang ating video at kung nagustuhan nyo, huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe at pindutin nyo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ko sa ating susunod na video. Maraming salamat!